Hello there, this is Jedi Master Daniel 96, and today's video, we're back. And it's been a while, and I know I've taken a bit of a hiatus from doing content and all that kind of stuff. I mean, I've been quite active in my community posts and all that, just to kind of show you the channel hasn't gone anywhere, and been active on the other social media sites, so just wanted to kind of clear that up. And this one, we're doing another book discussion, and we're going to be doing the Force Awakens novelization by Alan Dean Foster, and seems like an appropriate time to revisit the novelization since we're in the era of the 10-year anniversary for the Force Awakens, and it's crazy that it's 10 years since this movie came out, and looks like we're not getting a re-release. And I just think, December's a little busy at the theaters and all that. And I mean, the sequel trilogy's, too new for Star Wars in a way compared to the originals and prequels. So just wanted to kind of bring that up. And I'll pretty much, kind of give you some things from the book that stood out for me in that. And I'll go over some things. And anyway, let's dive in. So basically, this is a novel of the film with the same storyline and all that. And this book came out not long after the movie came out. Like, I know that later novelizations for the other Star Wars films, like The Last Jedi, Solo, and Rise of Skywalker, like their novelizations came out a few months after the movie. Where Force Awakens and Rogue One novelizations didn't come out like not long after those movies came out. Like, I was doing a bit of research, and this book came out in January of 2016, where the movie came out in December 2015. So wasn't that long when they released this book, and so I just kind of want to point that out. And anyway, Disney Lucasfilm, where's the Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny novelization? I just had to bring that up, so a little ramble there. And you do get some additional info in this book, like how Poe got off Jakku, so you do get an answer for that in here. And then they do give you an idea how Kylo Ren survived Starkiller Base, which he does have a tracker, which Hux tracks him, so that's kind of how Kylo Ren survived the explosion on Starkiller Base, so kind of clears that up in here. And there's a outdated info in here, like it says Snoke saw the rise and fall of the Empire. I mean, which we know in the Rise of Skywalker, it's established that Palpatine made Snoke. And it's kind of interesting. I don't know if it would go as far to say a contradiction, like we don't know how far Palpatine made Snoke in a way. I mean, we don't know like what kind of the communication between Alan Dean Foster and J.J. Abrams was for writing this book, or how closely the story group worked with this book. I mean, they probably didn't know that far in advance, so I mean, yeah, it is what it is in that kind of thing. And we have a contradiction in here. Rey and Poe meet in this book, and then in The Last Jedi, it has Rey and Poe meet. So that's kind of another, inaccuracy, kind of looking back on what came after. So I just wanted to point that out, those little inaccuracies in here. And then at the beginning, we kind of get like inside Leia's head about finding Luke and all that. Then we kind of have some of additional scenes in here, like how Chewie goes against Unkar Plutt at Maz Kanata's castle, which is a deleted scene from the movie. Then we have a scene at the Dukar resistance base, like before Takadana and all that, kind of wondering about Poe and BB-8 and all that. So that's kind of some additional info in here. And I'd say this is a solid read. I mean, it kind of makes some character motivations clear. It's not the best novelization, but it is a solid one, and kind of helps with some additional information, like I mentioned, how Poe got off Jakku and all that, and that Kylo Ren survived Starkiller Base. And it was an interesting time, when this book came out, as pretty much, I think it was pretty much everyone's little, research for people's theories at the time, because, the Force Awakens era was filled with fan theories, and I'm pretty sure a lot of people, read this book and looked at little details like a hawk while reading this, back when everyone was theory crafting and all that to come up with their theories on who Rey was or who Snoke was and all that kind of stuff. So, yeah, it was a very interesting time, the Force Awakens era, with all the theory crafting and all the tie-in material we got at the time and all that kind of stuff. I'd probably rate this book a 6.5 out of 10 or a solid 7 out of 10. And that's pretty much it. If you want to give this book a shot, definitely go ahead. And that does it for me in this video. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Comment down below. Do you like the Force Awakens novel better than the movie? Let me know that all down below. And share this video. Let's get to 800 subscribers, and you can follow me on Bluesky, Jedi Master Daniel 96, Instagram, JMD96_YT, Twitter at DanRS87, and Facebook, Jedi Master Daniel 96. Have a great day, everyone, and may the Force be with you. Bye.